What is up, guys? Did it again. GameStop deals just keep on coming. Got a handful of some games I've never heard of, and some games I've been looking for a while. So this was a really fun visit. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. And if you've never been here before, I am way too old for this. I basically like buying games for cheap. That's me in a nutshell. So I like taking you guys to show you where I'm finding deals and how much I'm getting them for. Specifically with Black Friday coming, I'm doing a lot of cross-referencing to find the best deals on this kind of stuff. And if you like any of that stuff or any of that seems interesting, you can totally subscribe. I am so close to 400 subscribers, and it'd be a really cool gift from the universe to get 400 subscribers as a Christmas gift. And Black Friday is right around the corner. A lot of Amazon deals and the Best Buy deals are going live already, and I don't know. I'm personally not blown away. Getting $100 off of a PS5. I don't know. I feel like back in the day, you used to get systems for half off or something. At least $200-$300. $100. I mean, I think Costco has it. I think a couple, maybe like $120 down. But I think they give you two controllers, which at least that's a little better of a deal. But I'm not blown away with the deals I'm seeing so far. Especially with how expensive games are getting. Xbox and the PS5 are still getting price increases, which is nuts. They're raising the prices to give us a little more back on Black Friday. Because gaming is definitely, I think personally, going to get way more expensive. Especially I saw the release of the Steam Machine and how excited people are for that, but I think that's going to be an expensive system for what it is and for the amount of horsepower that it has. I think it's going to be more expensive than people think. But I guess people are willing to pay these prices. The company that always sells out super expensive analog, even though the new N64 console was, I think they released at $250, which wasn't bad, but it's impossible to get. You have to go on Amazon and pay 3 times the price to get your hands on that thing. But I guess, yeah, people are still willing to pay these prices. There should be good deals coming out. But people are willing to pay more prices because, especially whenever Grand Theft Auto does come out, that might be like an $80 game. The first $80, $90 game, which I guess a game like that, if you're what people are playing the last one for like 4 or 5 years, if you're gonna get 4 or 5 years out of it, I guess the price isn't terrible. But still, I never would have thought. There's some definite sticker shock there. I think the companies are gonna keep pushing until they get to the point that we're not gonna pay so much for games anymore, which is maybe what they want. Maybe that's how they're gonna push digital on us. They're just gonna make digital cheaper than having our own physical. Because even the Switch came out at a higher price than a lot of people thought, and it's supposedly sold like hotcakes. I don't know. I mean, you can definitely still get one, so it's not like it's sold out kind of numbers. But the Switch 2 games are more money, and they're just a key card. That one's mind blowing to me. I haven't bought one Switch 2 game predominantly for that reason, and the way that the economy seems to be going, I think getting cheap games right now is more important than ever. I got some games I wanted for a long time, and some games I've never even heard of. So let me show you guys what I got. First off, let's start with a game that I've never heard of. Kuni II, Revenant Kingdom Print Edition. Usual non-inspiring Nintendo Switch inside cover, but at least it's a real game. And I have heard, when I took this up to the front, the guy was interested in me. This was like I guess a GameStop recommendation. He said that he was really interested in playing this one. I guess he had played the one before. But it does look cool. It does have a cool art style. I'll definitely say that. But I'm definitely gonna look up a little more about this game. But it seems to someone liked it. How E3 still around back in 2007? Yeah, it looks like a interesting RPG. Especially as soon as I grabbed it, the guy at the counter said that he was really interested in this one. He wanted to know how I liked it. So I'm definitely gonna pop this one in and give it a try. And I'm guessing it's hopefully one of the better editions. Maybe it has like some DLC on it or something. Oh yeah, boom. It's all DLC, so I guess yeah, this is the version you want to get. But yeah, Ni no Kuni. I always try to add Switch games when I get them for cheap whenever I can, because I think the Switch is probably the least amount that I have. Maybe the Wii U is the least amount of games that I have, so adding another one to the collection is always cool. And from a game I never heard of to a game I've been wanting to play for a long time, here is a terrible, super dusty copy of Spec Ops The Line. Seems like super water damage, but honestly, the manual is totally fine. There's definitely water damage back here. But the important part is that's what I want to see. Nice and clean. One fingerprint. I'm definitely gonna pop this one in just to make sure it works, because I don't think it was submerged that much that the manual didn't get messed up. But I've heard a lot about this game for a long time. This is one of the games that spiked up when it got delisted. And this thing is sun faded too. When did it get wet and they put it in the sun to dry it? This thing is beat up. I didn't care about condition with this game, because this one I really want to play. But yeah, I think this one spiked up to maybe close to like 70, 80 bucks. It was like a $30 game for the longest time, and it spiked up to I think 80. So to get it lower than it was initially, at this I'm pretty sure for 10 bucks, I had to grab it, even in its horrendous condition. This game looked like it went to war. Maybe that's what they were going for. They wanted to make this game so realistic. They had to make the cover art look like it went to war. But definitely a game I am glad to have, and I am looking forward to trying very soon. I heard that it had a really interesting campaign. For lack of a better word, I had a lot of twists and turns in this one. Yeah, definitely an old shooter that passed me by, and I'm glad to have now. Definitely be trying that one soon. And from there, this is a good segue into another shooter, Time Crisis 4. I used to love Time Crisis series in the arcades with the step pad and everything. This is anything like that, this is a steal. And it was even cheaper than the deal. I mean, this isn't an amazing version of Time Crisis, but I would think that it'd be even better, just upgraded graphics. I think with this one you need that PS3 light gun though, that I almost never see. That is a pretty rare PS3 accessory. Which one of those are going for? I'm assuming it has to come with the foot stand and everything, unless it's like a button on the gun or something that you can hide behind stuff now, because that's exactly how this game worked back in the day. Yeah, it looks kind of similar. Just a good rail shooter with improved graphics. I definitely want to try this. I wonder why it was so cheap. And the graphics don't have to blow you away. It just has to be good, fun combat. I'm looking forward to checking this out whenever I figure out what gun I even need and where I can find it. It is 2 players too. But yeah, finding it for so cheap. I don't even know if this is part of the other thing. I just grabbed this because it was one of my beloved video game series. For $8, I couldn't say no. And here is another series I want to get every game for, because I've heard this is just good old-fashioned RPG in. Disgaea 1 Complete. Let me see, I have some inside art at least. Yeah, this was a series that passed me by back in the day, and I do love a good RPG. It's funny because these games are probably super easy to put on a CD. They make a whole game for it instead of making like a huge collection for them. There are these old RPGs that they make remakes for. I think this was like the cream of the crop back in the day. So these are the old RPGs I want to have. I know that these were good because NIS is definitely one of the better publishing companies, so that's a good sign there. And this little guy has like a spin-off game, so this has to be pretty popular for even one of the. He looks like not a huge. Even if the little bird gets his own game after this has to be decent. And this is where it all started. I'll add that. Since I grabbed Disgaea 1, they also happen to have Disgaea 5. Characters just a little grown up. Maybe not. He kind of looks like him. Both have no shirt neck things going. Is that her? Still got another bird in the background. Yeah, I want to grab all these Disgaea games at some point. I think I have a few of them already. We have them going through all the trouble to make it physical and everything with a manual and all. There he is again. I think his name is Prinny. He has his own set of video games. Oh, it's a reversible cover. That's what it is. Very nice. But yeah, there he is again. I think he has his own game, a pretty expensive game, if I'm not mistaken, on the PSP. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. Love to see it. I wonder which one of these are like actually the best one, even though I'll probably start with the first one. I'm curious to see which one is the most popular. It's only on PlayStation. So if you want this guy, I guess this is the only way to get it. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty sweet visit. I ended up paying $10 a game. Oh wow, they got me with the game warranty. I didn't even see that on the cheapest game. They gave me game warranty. Oh, they got me again for Spec Ops. You gotta be careful with that. Sometimes they be a little sneaky with that. They don't ask you and they'll just add to it. Like, how do you make me spend more money without even asking me if I want to? And yeah, they got me this time. I got clipped. But the games were a good price. Yeah, getting the Switch game for $10. Time prices would have been $7, but they add some on top. They added some on top of this one. Yeah, $10 each for the Disgaea games. I mean, I'm not mad at it. He seems so nice too. He gave me the game recommendation and everything. Still got me. Yeah, called me slipping. But what are you gonna do? For like $50 for these games, it's not terrible. Especially when Spec Ops used to go for like 60. You know, getting them all for less than 50. I'm not gonna complain. But I'm curious to see what sales GameStop will have coming up for Black Friday. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. We should be releasing it soon. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. I am way too old for this. Peace.